who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, and spends himself in a worthy cause, who at best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. Vietnam veterans made up 10% of their generation. 3,403,100 personnel served in Southeast Asia and the theater that included Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, flight crews based in Thailand, and sailors in adjacent South China Sea waters. 514,300 were offshore. 2,594,000 personnel served within the borders of South Vietnam from January of 1965 to March 1973.
When I was 11 years old, I attended a Veterans Day parade, and since my brother was serving in Vietnam, I was excited to be there, waving my flag in honor of him. What I witnessed instead sickened me. People were calling names to the people that had recently returned, and they were throwing things at them. I didn't understand. I still don't understand. In my young, frustrated state, I wrote a letter to the editor to express my anger. I want to address our Vietnam veterans here this morning, to include my husband Ernie, say thank you for your service during a very tumultuous time. Whether you were drafted or volunteered, doesn't matter. You were there when your country called. Whether you were enlisted or officer, doesn't make a difference. You risked your lives for others. Whether you served one term or you retired, doesn't make a difference. You served in deplorable conditions in a dangerous environment, thousands of miles from home, and came back to a disgraceful time for our nation. I'm so glad that those shameful days are over. You can wear your caps and your shirts and your patches with pride, knowing that your country finally respects and honors your service.
Vietnam veterans served in combat during a troubled time for our nation. Those soldiers returned from war to a country divided, as Paris pointed out. As a nation, we now recognize that the circumstances in which they fought are not nearly as important as their selfless service to our nation. In 2016, we are in the 4th year of commemoration of the war in Vietnam. We owe a devout debt of gratitude for the generation of many, who many say, and I'm one of them, would argue the veterans were never appropriately recognized or publicly thanked for their sacrifices. Veterans, those wounded in action, prisoners of war, and those still missing and unaccounted for. As of November the 15th last year, that number is 1,624. The President of the United States initiated a proclamation dated 12 May 2012, which charged America to conduct ceremonies to recognize and publicly honor our Vietnam veterans. The commemoration will continue through 2025 to mark many important milestones in that war. I quote from the presidential proclamation: "The commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War, a 13-year program to honor and give thanks to a generation of proud Americans who saw our country through one of the most challenging missions we have ever faced. While no words will ever be fully worthy of their service, nor any honor truly befitting their sacrifice, let us remember it is never too late to pay tribute to the men and women who answered the call of duty with courage and valor."
My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing.
To thee we sing.
Land where my
For many people of my generation, and I'm 4 years older than Bill, being born in 1954, the war was an abstraction that changed abruptly for me personally in May of 1968, when the word of the death of Marine Private First Class Dwight Carroll reached this community. Dwight's brother David was a close friend of mine, and I remember that Friday evening going to his house, holding him while he wept. It was no longer an abstraction. It was no longer a war over there. It was a war here. So on behalf of the Robertson County community, it gives me great pleasure to say thank you to those of you who served. Thank you to those of you who waited restlessly and anxiously for the return of those who served. This nation has a debt to you that we can never repay. Forgive us for taking 40 years to attempt to say it most meagerly. But God bless you. God bless what you continue to mean to this community. We are proud of you. We are proud of your service. And you played a role in that Berlin Wall coming down and the Cold War coming to an end, because you proved that when President Kennedy said that we will pay any price and bear any burden to see the survival of liberty, you made truth to those words. For that, we are always in your debt. May God bless you.
It may sound old-fashioned, it may be passé, but I believe that we are blessed every single day to live within the borders of a land where we can see that everyone is equal and everyone is free. Our values and our valor still remain. So every time Old Glory is raised, I will